Love it or hate it, TikTok has taken the world by storm. And outside the dancing videos, there are actually several videos offering different PC gaming tips and tricks. What's even more fascinating is how several of these TikToks are getting hundreds of thousands of views. It's not like I'm jealous or anything, maybe a little bit. But hey, if you've been watching me for any amount of time, then you should know that I strive to offer you valuable and accurate PC gaming information. So I thought it would be a good idea to review some of these TikToks and ask the following question. Can you trust TikTok? So without any further ado, let's go look at some TikToks. Okay, so first up we have Cud's Tech. This video has over 500,000 likes, which is absolutely insane. The idea behind the video is to open up the NVIDIA control panel, go to the Adjust Desktop Color Settings section, and find the digital vibrance. From there, you want to turn the digital vibrance all the way up to 100%. And from there, he shows off some artwork and how good it's looking after the change, and I have to admit, it does look pretty good. So I decided to go ahead and give it a try. I turned my digital vibrancy all the way up to 100%. I opened up the latest E-Rock video, and well, does it work? I'm not really impressed with this tip at all because I turned my vibrance all the way up to 100%, just like he said, and for me, the change made everything look way worse than it already did, so I can't really recommend this change. Now, to be fair, I can't completely bash this tip because this could vary per monitor. This could be one of those tips where your mileage may vary type of thing, but he did not specify that. Also, this tip only works if you have an NVIDIA graphics card. What if you're using an AMD graphics card? I guess you're just out of luck? So I think this video is exactly what's wrong with TikTok. You only have a few seconds to capture somebody's attention and then keep it. And then you have to get straight to the point with zero context surrounding what you're trying to talk about. It's a good way to leave out a lot of important information, so be careful what advice you may take from TikTok. But hey, like I said, this tip may actually work for some people depending on which monitor they have. So if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, give it a try and let me know in the comments below if it made things better for you. Next up is Eric Perez HD. In this video, he's talking about RAM or memory speeds, and he's explaining how your RAM will default to a lower speed out of the box. So you have to go to the BIOS and you have to select either XMP or DOCP, save and exit, and this will now allow your RAM to run at the advertised speeds on the box. For the most part, he's completely correct. This is actually a valid tip. However, just like the last TikTok, there is some information that he left out, so let me fix that. He mentioned that you're gonna have to choose between XMP or DOCP. But he didn't tell you why or what the difference is. Well, the difference is simple. If you have an Intel CPU, you will choose XMP. But if you have an AMD CPU, you will choose DOCP. However, what he also left out is that not all motherboards support this functionality. Additionally, not every stick of RAM will have an XMP or DOCP profile. So you may be using hardware that does not support any of this functionality, so this tip is now completely useless to you. However, I would recommend looking into it because if your hardware does support this functionality, and if you haven't enabled these profiles, you are leaving performance on the table. Again, this is just a side effect of TikTok. Things are gonna get left out. It's another reason why YouTube is a lot better, so subscribe. Next up, we have Maddie K, and this is a very simple and straightforward tip. Open a game, and once you are loaded in, press Alt+R on your keyboard, and that will pull up your in-game FPS or frames per second. Now, I tried this in multiple games, and I can confirm this tip actually does work, and it is a valid tip. However, there are a couple of things they're leaving out in the video once again, but don't worry, I will clear that up for you right now. So first of all, I personally won't use this tip simply because I already use MSI Afterburner for all of my stat tracking. Not only can MSI Afterburner give you your frame rate, but it can give you so much more information on top of that. I did a video talking about apps that are useful for PC gamers, and MSI Afterburner made the list, so you may want to check that out. But I realize we're not talking about MSI Afterburner, we're talking about Alt+R on the keyboard as a tip, so let's talk about that. Well, just like the first video on our list, this tip only applies to you if you have an NVIDIA graphics card. So once again, if you have an AMD graphics card, I guess you're out of luck, right? Not exactly. The only reason why this tip works is simply because it is a default hotkey in the NVIDIA software. Now, I know for a fact you can do the exact same thing within the AMD software. I just don't know the hotkey by heart. but I know within the settings it does have a performance overlay that you can program to a macro or a hotkey. You just have to go in the settings and you can change it to whatever you want. You can even make it Alt+R if you want it to be that. So once again, very valuable information, but also information was left out, so you gotta be careful on TikTok. Next up, we have Kefir G-Tech. Kefir G-Tech? I am so messing up these names. Oh my goodness, wow. Okay, so the idea of this video is to teach you how to make your taskbar center instead of it being left justified in Windows 10. All you have to do is pay $1.09 for an application from the Microsoft Windows Store. Now this tip is useful, it's accurate, it works, the application is useful, but why pay anything at all if you can do the exact same thing for free? I'm gonna show you right now how you can center your taskbar in Windows 10 completely free of charge. Right click the taskbar, go into settings, unlock the taskbar, set the location to the bottom, set the taskbar to always have hidden labels, right click the taskbar, go to the toolbars at the top and turn on links. Then you will see a link section appear on the right side of the screen. Drag that link section all the way over to the left past the app icons. Then right click the taskbar and disable show title. Now you can freely move the taskbar left and right, move your icons to the middle of the screen, right click the taskbar and choose lock taskbar. And just like that, I saved you $1.09. Next up, we actually have a TikToker whose name I can pronounce. It's Walsey. The idea here is you can watch any video you want on YouTube in a picture-in-picture format. Simply go to YouTube and find a video that you want to watch. For me, I'm going to use my buddy The Real Flock because he's an awesome content creator and he talks about different tips and tricks on how you can be a better content creator. So if you make content, check them out. Once the video is playing, all you need to do is right click on the video, and for some odd reason you will need to right click one more time. Now you should have additional options that you did not have previously, and you should now see picture in picture. Select picture in picture and you will now be able to move that video around anywhere you want on your PC. I actually had no clue about this, so personally I love this tip and I have zero complaints about it. In all honesty, this is probably my favorite tip on the list. I tried this in both Google Chrome as well as Microsoft Edge, and I can confirm it works in both browsers. I can't vouch for if it works on Firefox or Opera, so do me a favor, try those out. Let me know in the comments below if it worked. Overall, I'm gonna give this tip a perfect 10 out of 10, even though for some reason I didn't rate any of the other tips. I forgot. Oh, and I have one bonus tip for you. Check this out.
Yo, did you guys know that if you plug your headphones into your computer, you'll hear sound, but if they're not plugged into anything, you'll hear no sound?
Mind blown. All right, guys, I know this video was radically different from anything that I've ever done before, but I wanted to shake it up and try to have some fun. So I hope you enjoyed it. And if you didn't, don't kill me too much in the comments. I apologize, but if you did like it, please hit that like button. It goes a long way in helping me out. And I'm very curious to know what you thought about this type of video in the comments below. So definitely give me feedback, all right? All right, well, until next time, E-Rock out.